Aron sticks to his definition and brings this up again later on in the debate.
Believing things that are not evidently true, which is the basis of faith.
Now you have to keep in mind that Aron prides himself on his intellectual integrity and how much research he's done, and he doesn't miss an opportunity to remind us that...
I've spent 20 years as an atheist activist. For the last 20 years. 20 years. Because after 20 years of research, so 20 years of...
And then even earlier in the debate, he said...
See, I can't believe something unless it is supported by evidence.
Right. So, given that Aron is still using this definition, although Michael has corrected it, and given that Aron can't believe something unless there's evidence for it, Michael rightly presses him on the question, asking for any evidence for why he continues to use this definition. So let's see what Aron says.
Do you have any scholars that specialize in Koine Greek to say pistis means denying evidence or reason?
Scholars who say that say again?
Pistis, the Greek word we translate as faith, means denying evidence or reason.
And we have demonstrations of that.
Do we have any scholars that say this is how it's defined?
I have no idea if we have scholars
Okay,
that
so
say that.
that's a no.
I know that we have missionaries who say that that is what it is.
Okay, are they
That we have,
experts?
well, I'm sorry,
Are
what?
they the experts, though?
I don't know.
Okay, how is the word pistis defined in Aristotle, Antiphon, Diodorus, Plato? Have you looked into that at all?
No, I haven't looked into how Aristotle interpreted
Okay, so
that,
then
no.
have you done a good analysis of what the word actually means in the New Testament then, if you don't actually looked at the Greek word?
So now I'm beginning to wonder that how in 20 years of this intellectual research that he's done, how has he not understood the correct definition of what faith is, both historically and biblically? And Michael's not the first one to point it out.
And every Christian I've ever debated this with tells me that I'm misdefining faith.
Now, the title of the debate is Christianity Dangerous? But the thought I began to have in my mind was, if Aron is so adamant about this definition, yet he has been corrected on this many times, then perhaps it is his own research that is perhaps flawed, biased, and dangerous to the pursuit of truth. Hence the question I'm about to ask. This question's for Aron. You mentioned that in 20 years of rigorous research, you found no evidence, I think you said, of Christianity. But
No, that's not what I said. I said in 20 years of arguing with Christians that they told me that I'm wrong about the belief in faith, that faith is not a belief that is not based on evidence. I say that faith is a belief that is not based on evidence. They all say, oh yeah, we have evidence. I say, okay, fine. What is it? And I've always specified that I'm looking for scientific evidence. They ask, what evidence would I accept? I said, how much evidence would you accept? They would ask. I said, I'll take anything that qualifies as evidence. Any body of objectively verifiable facts which positively indicate or exclusively concord with that particular position over any other. In 20 years,
I think I get
without
it.
exception,
Okay.
there has been no one to present any scientific evidence that actually indicates the Christian God, or indeed any God, or in fact anything supernatural at all.
Okay, I appreciate the clarification. Yeah, that doesn't change the question I'm about to ask. So, you mentioned that in 20 years of rigorous research, you found no evidence of what you're looking for. But then when Michael pressed you on naming just one scholar who defines the word faith in the way you put it, you couldn't name one. So my question is, could it be possible that your research is maybe flawed, biased, and even maybe dangerous to the pursuit of truth?
I have conducted this experiment, as I explained, over and over and over and over again, having this exact conversation at least once a week for 20 years. Not one Christian ever has produced evidence. He didn't either, nor can you. No one can. It doesn't exist.
That's not the debate
demand
tonight.
that anybody in this room who calls yourself a Christian, if you think you have scientific evidence to indicate you're God, bring it. You ain't got it. I win.
I curse if I did not become a hottie to all the top-notch girls. I curse if I don't get my nice, neat, prim and proper head full of hair. Looking like my Photoshop. Now I walked into the goddamn Pizza Villa on Burden Avenue. And some fucking pudgy fucking blonde sitting with her boyfriend. And on the other side of her, a guy and a girl. She looked, as she saw me come in, she said, "Oh my God," to her boyfriend. I curse this blonde cunt to get cancer. I curse the Holy Ghost for what she did. Because if I was a good-looking guy, she would have not done that. I cut! Go to hell! Go to hell! If I'm not a good-looking guy. Go to hell! Go to hell. I curse you, God. I don't want to curse God, but I curse you, God, from my heart. If I did not become a hot diet guy. I'll pay any price, God. Deliver me over to the devil to be a hottie and a rock star, looking in my 20s, having long forms, just as long as you save me in the end, please, for your sake, for your sake, for your sake.
Bring it!
I demand it! I demand the consequences! God, bring it! Bring it!
Bring it!
Bring it!
Bring it!
God, and I curse, I hope that blonde gets breast cancer. I hope that goddamn blonde gets breast cancer and has to get her tits cut off.
Bring it!
I don't know what time it is. I think it's around, I don't know, shit. 8 o'clock. Between 8 and 9. I curse the Holy Ghost. I curse the Holy Ghost if I don't get sick and thin. I curse the Holy Ghost if I don't not become a hottie. I curse the Holy Ghost if I don't.
Bring it! Bring it!
And another thing, I was riding to the fair on Heritage Street this afternoon around, I don't know, 5. I curse the Holy Ghost if I'm pudgy and not sexy. And some little nigglet kids in a fucking car. A young girl pulled out way past the line on the Heritage in my way, and one of those fucking kids was telling her, hit him, talking about me. Hit him. She was driving like a bat out of hell. She backed up and I continued on. They drove past me and one of those nigglet kids threw a fucking water bottle out of my head. Missed. I wish my body was like it was when I was 20. I so badly want to hurt these kids. I so badly want to hurt them. If I could do so legally. I wish I could pick that bottle up and give one of the kids that threw it at me a goddamn concussion. I'm seriously. They infringed upon my rights to life, liberty, and freedom, so they lose theirs. I have a right to defend myself, and I don't give a good goddamn for little kids. If they're old enough to attack a grown man, they're old enough to get hurt by a grown man. Seriously hurt. They're trying to. If I take any more shots to my head, I could have another stroke. So if I had given a choice between letting them hit me in the head just because they're ignorant, and being the bigger man and taking it, or killing them in self-defense, I would destroy them in self-defense. I love myself infinitely more than I do all 4 of them. Given the choice between their lives and my life, I'd kill all goddamn 4 of them and let God sort them out. Just let me live. I didn't ask for this fight. I didn't ask for them to throw that water bottle at me. I didn't ask for them to fight for me. So if I had to, I would not hesitate to kill in self-defense. In self-defense, for fear of my life. I'm disabled. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I'm sent to do by 3 in the nursing home or a hospital because I had a stroke victim. I'll kill anybody who tried to hurt me. I don't want to be afraid. I want to come out and have something. Next time that happens, I want to have something in my pocket that I can defend myself with, and not a gun either. Maybe a staple gun or a nail gun, something that can really hurt them but not kill them. Hurt them for a long time. Look, don't ever ask me to choose between my life or your life. You'll lose every fucking time. I love myself infinitely more than I love you. And fuck that, and fuck this, and fuck you too. If you don't like this, you can go to hell.
me, but instead you stood above, you spit me out, you kick me down. I hate you, never love me. They said to kill my soul, they ripped my heart from my chest, left me to rot in the grave. Should known I never stay very deep underneath. Speak on silence me, now watch me rise on me. The dead of night, take back a run, give them a run. Let me punch the face, let me punch the face, let me punch the, let me punch the, let me punch the face.
At Dillahunty, if I want this girl to die of breast cancer, it's perfectly okay. Just as long as I don't try to slip poison in her food to give her cancer. So if I want her to get breast cancer, it's okay for me to vocalize it on a video. I don't even mention her fucking name. I don't know her name. I don't care to know her name. But if I went to her face and told her, I hope you get breast cancer, then I can be charged with assault. But saying I hope she gets breast cancer and had to get a tits cut off is just a bad personality. Ain't no fucking crime being committed. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I don't belong in no goddamn psych ward. Just as long as I behave and I'm a good kid and don't do anything wrong. You said it, Matt Dillahunty. You said a child molester is fine, just as long as he doesn't act on his desires for it to be a child molester. I wonder, Matt Dillahunty, I have a question on a personal level. If you had a 6-year-old daughter, would you want a person living next door who had a desire to fuck your daughter, even though he would never do it and you knew he'd never do it? Would you want that motherfucker living next door, knowing that he probably fantasizes about having sex with your daughter and masturbates in his own private place, alone with nobody watching, and you're saying that's okay? He fantasizing about having sex with your 6-year-old daughter even though he'll never do it in real life? You're saying that's good? Jeez, atheist morality is shit. But anyways, I digress. So it's okay for me to want you to get cancer, Matt Dillahunty, because you're a hateful son of a bitch. Just as long as I don't try to hurt you. It's even okay to vocalize, I wish murder was legal. Just as long as I never try to stalk you or break the law, just as I don't act on it. There ain't nothing wrong with vocalizing. It's freedom of speech, bitch. You have freedom of speech, bitch. Just as long as you don't act on it. And saying I'd love to, in self-defense, kill an attacker so I could get some self-esteem. Self-defense is not illegal. It's not. You can't legislate morality. If it would throw me to low end to be attacked by some thug and be able to kill him in self-defense and get some self-esteem, I had the right to kill him in self-defense. I had that right. And there's no law against me taking the light and having killed him. Having killed that son of a bitch. And proving I'm capable of defending myself. You and Tracie Harris just said it. Two top intellectual atheists. So that's okay, right? So fuck you. And fuck your goddamn mental help. I don't need no goddamn mental help. I don't want no fucking help. I don't want it. I don't need it. All thing I need is fucking money. So I can get my hair transplant. And then I'll lose a hate. You help me get my goddamn hair transplant and you help me get some life to lose this goddamn belly fat, and I'll lose the hate. And I'll take down those fucking videos about y'all. But not until, if I had to be this miserable, money can't buy you happiness. The preacher said. The preacher who said that ought to be fucking nailed to the fucking cross. He's a liar in my case. If I had money, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy if I just had $1 million. I'd get the hair transplant, and I'd be totally happy. But then again, money can only buy you happiness if you have something that makes you happy. But you can't get it because you don't got the god fucking damn money. So fuck that and fuck this too, son of a fucking bitch. And keep in mind, me spewing hate is not against the fucking law. Just as long as I don't act on this fucking hate. And I'm not going to act on it. But let me tell you something, bitch. Some motherfucker, I don't care who it is. It's a delinquent child. Some motherfucker tried to do me serious bodily injury. I will take the motherfucker out. I love myself infinitely more than he loses his rights. I don't give a fuck if he's a 10-year-old juvenile delinquent bastard child with no father or with a father. If he's man enough to jump this chest and think he can hurt and kill me, he's man enough for me to kick his goddamn ass. And I will do it without mercy. Just as long as I can defend my life. Because I love living. I love my life more than that motherfucking 10-year-old brat. He's no family of mine. He's no relation to me. The motherfucker can die in a car crash tomorrow. I won't bat an eye. People die every day and I don't bat an eye. What's one more gonna fucking matter? Just as long as I don't die, knowing I love dies, I'm fine and dandy. If you die, I'm not gonna bat an eye. Well, I miss making these videos about you and getting your goat. But you know, that's the name of that goddamn motherfucking shit sucking god fucking tune god bucket.
And I would say that you don't have to justify homosexuality. I don't even know what it means
you don't
to
have to justify your
it.
attraction to anyone
Right.
or anything. That's not a thing that is justified.
Right. So the pedophile's desires are completely fine as long as they don't act on it.
Correct.
Is that your argument?
Correct. That's not an argument; it's a fact.
So then, what would be wrong with someone acting on a desire that's completely neutral? Why would it suddenly become wrong?
Nothing.
If it was neutral, no.
If it was acting on a desire that's completely neutral, there's nothing wrong with it.
He's saying that this is a pedophilia. He's interpreting pedophilia as a neutral desire because you're saying there's nothing wrong with the desire. So what's wrong with acting on it?
Because desire and action are different.
Right.
I might desire to punch you in the face, but acting on it would be the actual problem.
Right. You can desire all kinds of things, but if you're not doing them, then you're not creating issues for other people.
And I'm a nonviolent person, so I wouldn't do that anyway.
That's a meaningless. I think it's a meaningless distinction.
Then you're an idiot.
It's not a meaningless distinction.
What you're simply
wanting to rob a bank and robbing a bank are two different things.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't arrest people and put them in prison for wanting to do a thing.
Are you now saying that it's okay to desire to want to rob a bank? That's
Yes,
okay
sir.
To have.
It's okay to want to do anything.
Yes, sir.
It's
So
not
you
okay to
justify
do
that.
anything.
What about a mass murder? Is that an okay desire to have?
It's okay to have that desire.
Right,
It's
as long as
wrong
you're not
to
acting on it.
As a matter of fact, the person who has that desire and never acts on it is engaging in a morally superior position because they recognize that the action is distinct and different and has consequences.
Yeah, they have a moral filter.
Superiority on naturalism. Can you explain that to me?
Sorry, what was the question?
Moral superiority on naturalism. How is something better than another position? Can you explain that to me?
So our actions have consequences, and it is the actions that matter. Now, if there are... oh, my God. You want me to answer your question or not?
Go ahead and answer him. It's okay. Go ahead.
So, someone has a desire but never acts on it. That is morally superior to the person who has a desire to do something harmful and then acts on it.